sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this particular take out of you, Mia, is going to go about as well as a fart in church, hon. So guys, seeing how it's been a pretty wonky week for me, and obviously I've not been able to get videos out like I want to, especially given the fact that I've been to the doctor twice, I've had to take care of this, that, and the other, but we'll talk more about that towards the end of the video because obviously some updates are going to be coming, and of course we've got 3 videos to look into for tomorrow, so don't worry, all 3 of these videos will be out on Friday. So, this take right here out of Mia Khalifa, you know, the former porn star who's been married like 3 times, the same woman who did a video that, where apparently she was walking her dog, and then somebody else got a hold of the video, edited the video, and then edited exactly what really happened while she was walking her dog. Let me go ahead and remind you guys.
I just got back from traveling and I have to walk my dog, so safety first. Everyone has to wear a mask.
This, by the way, also does not include that horrible take she had with Emily Rada. I can't even pronounce that chick's name, so I'm not even going to mention. I did make a video on it. Don't worry, I'll try to leave it in the description box for you guys. So Mia is at it again, giving marriage advice, and let's just say it hasn't exactly gone over well. And it's not just because the advice is bad, but mostly due to the fact that she's the one giving it. With that right there being said, let's go ahead and roll this full clip, and then we're going to come back on the other side, talk a little more about this. And then there was a girl from Turning Point who also made an extremely good point about this, but I think that that point also needs to be answered as well. Let's go ahead and roll.
Oh, we're comparing stats. Baby girl doesn't know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone? Period. Do you want to be stuck with?
Well, right off the bat, the first problem that I can think of is that Mia saying that she's like the Tom Brady of this right here. I would think that the Tom Brady of marriages would actually be Jennifer Lopez, seeing how it is that she's got 6 rings or 5 rings, about to have number 6. I really truly can't tell. And Tom has got 7. Mia, you've only got 3, so you might want to be quiet before you pronounce yourself the Tom Brady of wives. Okay, I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. You've got 2 more rings than Aaron Rodgers, 2 more rings than Drew Brees. You've got 1 more ring than Peyton Manning. You got 1 more ring than Ben Roethlisberger. You got 1 less ring than Joe Montana. You got 1 less ring than Terry Bradshaw. 1 more ring than Roger Staubach. And you really, to tell you the truth, you know what? You're the Troy Aikman of wives. He's got 3 rings. You've got 3 rings too. Let's just go ahead and pump the brakes. I mean, I know at one point in time you were all into sports and whatnot. I figured you would know that, but that right there should already be strike number 1 right there. If she can't exactly get something correct in her secondary field or 3rd or 4th or however many fields that she's been in, or how many people have plowed the field, of course, when it comes to her, I just figured I'd go ahead and throw that out there that obviously you're incorrect on that one. This right here is just bad advice, telling women to just up and leave their husbands, especially now that we have an extremely rough economy, and don't worry, we have a much overarching thing to talk about towards the end of the video. Yeah, this right here is just a very bad take. First of all, when you get married to someone, you're married to them for life. I understand people have multiple marriages. I understand that life happens. I understand that sometimes two people just don't get along. I understand that that happens. I don't look down on people who've been married multiple times, but I think the fact that it's coming from her is the real reason why people are looking down upon it. I understand that men will oftentimes get married twice, three times. I know that there are some women out there who get married 2, 3 times. However, when you start getting to that 4, 5, 6, 7, and of course there are people out there who have been married that many times in history. I want to say one of them was Ava Gardner, and of course, I'll just put it this way here: once you get beyond 3 or 4, there's obviously a bit of a problem, and I understand life circumstances. You may be forced to get married at 18 like her, and then you get married again at 23, and then 28. My God, that just sounds to me like I'm actually beating up on other people too. Look, fact of the matter is that Mia Khalifa is not exactly the type of person that needs to give any type of advice, especially when it comes to marriage or leaving their husbands. She also, another take a while back, I couldn't find it, where she went off on the whole alimony thing, how it was that she did not think she should have to pay for the divorce, that type of stuff there. I would play that for you, but like I said, can't find the take. Fact of the matter is that marriage is something that, quite frankly, you need to work at. Now, I understand that some marriages are bad marriages, and if it's a bad marriage, like if somebody's getting abused, then obviously you need to get out of it. Obviously, I'm not okay with infidelity. If my wife was cheating on me, I would not put up with it. I would throw her ass out the damn door so fast and make her head spin. Same thing with ladies. I would expect a girl who constantly gets cheated on to do the exact same thing. I'm not about this whole, we can just screw around or whatever type thing. That's just not me. I mean, if you're not single, if you're married, then obviously you need to stay faithful to your significant other. But once again, though, I do also understand life circumstances, okay? I just figured I'd go ahead and throw that out there. I might make a bigger video on that at a later date. But then you get this girl from Turning Point who had a response to this. I'm going to roll this for you guys. I'm going to tell you what I agree with and where I think that this person may be a little bit naive on. Let's go ahead and roll this.
Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. We should not be afraid to leave these men. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something. It's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. This is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone?
Taking marriage advice from Mia Khalifa is like taking nutrition or weight loss advice from Lizzo. 2 divorces and a failed engagement by the time you are 30 years old is not a flex. Marriage and actually committing yourself to fall in love with the right man is a flex. Marriage is not just a piece of paper that you can easily get out of. And newsflash, there's a reason that married women are statistically the most happy, the most fulfilled, and have the best sex lives. So maybe instead of taking sex and marriage advice from a literal porn star, we should think about bringing marriage back into society as a virtue again. I am never surprised anymore when I hear the statistics about Gen Z, particularly Gen Z women, being the most lonely, anxious, depressed, and suicidal generation in all of human history. When this is the advice that we are giving the next generation of girls for how to be happy.
Obviously, she's correct about the girl who walks her dog, takes the face diaper off, which, by the way, if you're wearing a mask outside, you're just not much, just not anything in your head. I understand where she's coming from about the girl who has the mask, pulls the face diaper off, puts her, wraps up the dog crap, but then throws the dog crap away, but then turns right back around and puts the mask back on. Number 1, it's already nasty and disgusting. Number 2, it stinks. Number 3, if you're a man and you did not know your girl did that, obviously you would figure that out, assuming she did not brush her teeth or anything. But even if she did, it's still kind of sick, twisted, and disgusting. A lot of chemicals there, a lot of germs. It's just flat out nasty. I mean, I think we can now officially call her crap sniffer. But then again, though, given the fact that she's a former porn star too, I guess you guys can throw a lot of other words out there, which, by the way, I cannot use here on this platform. I think that the girl who was responding back to her, while she is correct for the most part, I also think she's a little bit naive. We're living in a world where, let's just say that I've talked about this on several occasions. Right now, we're living in the world of OnlyFans, which, by the way, I think is very funny that Mia Khalifa is even running her mouth about this, especially seeing how it is that OnlyFans girls don't get paid nowhere near as much as they've been advertised to. Social media has also made relationships a lot harder. Infidelity pops up a lot more. Women have got more opportunity to get other guys, but then again, at the same time, they only go for like the top 1 to 10% of men. I've talked this around on several occasions. And of course, I think that the best thing men can do to combat that is actually get out there, improve yourself, get your life squared away, actually go physically try to talk to women. I understand it's kind of difficult, especially in this era of Me Too crap, but I think that there, for the most part, has already been called out enough to where a lot of people are not doing this. Also, something else too, speaking of dog crap, there was Amber Heard, that situation with Johnny Depp, which completely backfired on her. So just know that there is actually hope, and not all women are going to be out there screaming and hollering assault every chance they get. Get out there, get in the field, and actually pick up a woman, because guess what? We are now entering a stage in the world where we have an extremely bad economy. We have extremely high inflation. The price of gas once again shot back up again. I went down to the store this morning, and the price of gas, of course, which by the way was $3.31 yesterday, is now $3.89. That's the type of economy that we're living in. We have a president that tells us the economy is improving, that we're adding a lot of jobs, yet at the same time, though, you're only getting 12 to 20 hours a week at those jobs, seeing it somebody's got to go and apply for a second and a third job just to make ends meet. So yes, I'm pretty sure people can feel this in their pocket. And ladies, I got to be honest with you right now, if you want any chance of survival and you don't have a sugar daddy or some man with a lot of money, it might pay for you guys to actually stay right where the hell you are, because even if you wanted the alimony, chances are you're probably not going to get it, especially based upon the current income levels of every man in this country right now. Which leads me back to the point that I've been trying to make about men as a whole. Look, guys, we have World War III coming up, and not only do we have World War III coming up, we also have this thing about the possibility of a draft being reinstalled. Don't worry, I'll talk about that on Gear Issue 33 tomorrow, which, by the way, is a channel that I have not posted to in the past week and a half because of all the wonkiness of the past couple of weeks. And yes, we're about to see a lot of men who, quite frankly, are single and not married, eventually probably forced to join the military, especially in this very, very bad economy, especially given the worldwide events that are going on at this moment in time. Also, as I've said before, this right here leaves a situation where women are going to be gravitating towards the top 1 to 10%, which, by the way, may adjust itself to 20%. And as I've said before, it's probably going to leave a massive age gap, seeing how it is that a lot of these men are going to be forced to be single for a while. And I also would advise men not get married their first enlistment in the military. Fact of the matter is, things are about to get pretty bad. Okay, they are about to get pretty bad. And I know some lady's going to come in here and say, well, if they're going to be poor and broke, then why not leave them? Fact of the matter is, there ain't going to be that many sugar daddies out there to take care of your ass, okay? Just go ahead and say that right now. Don't take advice from Mia Khalifa. The woman is scum. She don't know what the hell she's talking about. This is the same woman that a while back said that older men dating younger women is quite frankly predatory, which, by the way, is going to leave her flat on her ass here soon, because guess what? That age gap that I'm talking about, that I've talked about in previous videos, is about to get a lot bigger. As I have said before, a lot of women that are in their mid to late 20s are going to find themselves marrying men in their late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, possibly even in their late 40s, because they're the only ones who've got their crap put together. By the way, those men right there, they're not going to be called up for the draft. So we're obviously looking at some bad places. We're obviously looking at a lot of bad things going on in this world. We're looking at a lot of bad stuff coming our way. And I think the last thing people need to do is listen to someone as scummy as Mia freaking dog crap mask breathing Khalifa. So, no, don't listen to Mia Khalifa. And guys, let me go ahead and end this video on a couple of updates. I just want to go ahead and throw this out here. I'm out of shirts, so obviously I'm wearing one of the older, check more things. I've kind of got no choice but to do that. I'm kind of running low on shirts right now. I need to get some content out there. But still at the same time, though, I did want to tell you guys that the video essay portion stuff is going to start next week. It's been just a very, very tough week for me. I got another video coming out tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit longer on this platform too, talking about Trump's third indictment, which, by the way, we're probably waiting for indictment number 4. That'll probably come out pretty soon. Probably indictment 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, the entire thing. We'll be talking about that to go along with this video right here tomorrow as well. And I'm also going to be putting out a video about the situation in Chicago, because obviously things are starting to turn again in a very, very negative position. I talked about that last week. I want to go ahead and kind of do a follow-up to that video tomorrow as well. So make sure you guys stick around for that right there. Also, something else too, I have more updates in the very next video, which probably may come out on Sunday and may not post on the weekend. I kind of think I need to step back maybe for a day or two and actually look at things. I've had my mind in other areas. I apologize for that. But I kind of need to go ahead and just kind of step back and look at things to kind of get a better idea of what it is that we're actually doing in the presentation itself. With that ready being said, guys, Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you do. So there's only about 15% of you guys that watch the content or even subscribe. So go right ahead and subscribe. Make the channel a lot bigger. Share the video with your friends and your family. Also leave a comment in the comment section, and I shall see you guys later.